Hello, it's Glamstract here. Another year has passed and I just wanted to put this video together to summarize my absolute favorite 2022 products. Now, these products that I'm going to show you today are not necessarily my absolute favorite, favorite that I would that are my ride or die products. The products I'm going to use today are mainly the products that I absolutely loved during this year, 2022, and that I found myself using quite often, almost daily. Some of them are usual products that probably you've already seen many times on this channel. Some of them might be new, some of them might be a surprise, and yeah, I hope you had a great year yourself, whatever you're watching. I'm very excited for the year ahead, 2023. New videos coming up and a new location possibly, who knows. I know I've not been very active the half end of this year. It's just work. It kept me busy quite a lot, and I think so is next year. It's going to be probably very similar. I won't be so active, but I'll try my best to really share as many videos and reviews as possible, because that's what I enjoy doing, and I hope you guys enjoy it too. So we're going to start from as if we're doing the face from scratch. So we're going to start with primer, foundation, etc, etc. The primers that I have particularly enjoyed this year, that have worked so well for my skin type, that made any foundation I put on top look beautiful, no matter if it was matte, no matter if it was glowy foundation, no matter if it was a water-based foundation, no matter if it was an oil-based foundation. These two primers I've used this year all year long, quite often. Chef kiss. The first one is the Laura Mercier Pure Canvas Hydrating Primer. This primer, oh my god, no matter what foundation I was using, it made it perform so good. I mean, I know Laura Mercier is very famous for a few products, and I know primers is one of them. They're very famous for the loose powders. I used to use the powder probably like 2 years back, and I just started to dislike quite a bit that powder because I realized that it was very thick. It almost felt like flour on the skin, and when I discovered the other ones that I'm going to show you in a bit, I realized how much better my skin can look if I don't use the Laura Mercier powder. But I can understand why a lot of people are obsessed with Laura Mercier powder, because it was one of the very first, sort of trendy, set the skin, everybody was using it, so it became very trendy. But anyway, Laura Mercier, the hydrating primer, the Pure Canvas, amazing. Another primer slash setting spray slash refreshing the skin that I've used quite often as well is the Prism Libre Prep and Set Glow Mist with SPF 45+. Such an amazing primer, so lightweight, 100% skincare based, so it is literally your hybrid product that you keep in your bag to use throughout the day if you want a quick refresh, if you want to just add that extra glow, and also for priming. This is really good. And of course, let's not forget the SPF 45, a proper plus. It performs so well with any foundation I've used throughout the year. I really recommend it. For foundations, once again, I want to really highlight the fact that these are not my absolute favorite foundation. These are the foundation that I particularly enjoyed this year and that I found myself using almost on the daily, or for very special occasions as well. Givenchy Prism Libre Skin Caring Matte Foundation. Now, I know it's a matte foundation, and I've said many times in my video that I'd rather have a glow foundation all year round. But the nice thing about this matte foundation is that it's not just like packed with skincare benefits. It also leaves like a very slight glow to the skin, and it really feels like second skin. It's proper perfection. It doesn't feel matte or drying or tightening or like if you're wearing a mask almost. It's super lightweight and it's second skin. Beautiful. The coverage is a light and medium, I would say solid medium coverage you get out of this foundation. The shade that I have in this one is the 3N250. It is ever so slightly darker than my skin tone, but I make it work, with a slightly lighter concealer, because usually I do fall in the 2N 270 or 250, I can't remember. That one matches me to perfection, to my neck especially, but this one, it just adds a little bit of color to my skin, which I really particularly enjoy. Next one, a foundation that has really worked in any occasion, and I always saved it for special occasion particularly, is the NARS Sheer Glow Foundation. I'm sure this is a favorite of a lot of people here in the YouTube community and out there in the world, that this is really, really good. The shade that I use myself is light 4.5 Vienna, and the shade is just true match to my skin. There's something about this NAR foundation that makes your skin look like skin, is weightless, and it just makes your skin look beautiful, even more than the Givenchy Skin Caring Glow and Skin Caring Matte Foundation. This is top shelf. If you want a flawless base, people are gonna compliment you. Amazing, amazing foundation. And another one actually falls into my favorite foundation, like every year, past years, future years. I had to mention this because I did use this one quite a lot as well. I'm talking about one of my favorite brands for makeup is the Chantecaille Future Skin Foundation, and I have it in the shade Vanilla. This cushion foundation, oh my god, it is so beautiful on the skin. It's just something else. You guys should really try it. I know it's not a cheap foundation. I think it's past £100 here in the UK. I know it's quite expensive, but please, if you are near a Chantecaille counter, which I think you'll probably be able to find it in Space NK and Harrods, oh, and probably Selfridges as well. Maybe, I'm not 100% sure. Go to the counter, try it. Even if you want to just have that base done by the retail person from the counter, just ask to let it apply all over your face, walk around, spend a day with that foundation on your face. It's beautiful. You almost look like you have no foundation, but your skin looks beautiful and smooth with a little bit of radiance. Amazing. Concealers that I found myself using a lot this year, and when I say a lot, I mean a lot. One of them is actually one of my favorites, and the other one, it was a rediscovery because I purchased this concealer probably 2 years ago, and then I repurchased it again in the correct shade this year, and I loved it. It's really good. So the first one, my absolute favorite I was telling you about all year round, every year, just like the Future Skin Chantecaille Cushion Foundation, is the Chanel Le Correcteur concealer. I have it in B20. It's such a beautiful concealer. You cannot go wrong. This is the only concealer I ever tried that does not sit into the fine lines. Now, no matter if you're young, middle-aged, or older, your under eye will always crease no matter what, because as I always say, is the motion is our skin moves and you automatically crease under the eyes, and there's no concealer ever that is gonna prevent that, or powder that is gonna prevent that. Concealer and powders can help delay that effect, as it can also speed up that effect of fine lines. Now, this one by Chanel, it delays the effect of fine lines showing throughout the day. It's so beautiful because it's so lightweight on the skin. The coverage is a light to medium, and it just feels good. And the second one that I was saying has been a rediscovery for me this year that I used quite often is the Radiant Creamy Concealer by NARS. This concealer is really pleasant. I'm not gonna say it's the best concealer out there, but I found myself using it quite often because I really enjoyed it. I think it's quite effective. It's nothing special, but it's quite effective, gets the job done, and that's what I want for my daily life, especially when I go to work and with something that works. This is really nice. The shade I have in this one is Light to Vanilla. Vanilla? Yeah, vanilla. Sorry. Powders. And for powders, again, I have two picks as well. Both of these powders actually fall not just for my favorite for this year, but for all year round, every year, as I said about some products already. So the first one I'm gonna mention is my absolute love and my baby, and it has been discontinued this year, which breaks my heart. Thank God I bought a backup just in case that would happen. So I got a brand new one sitting in my vanity. So in talking about the Chantecaille loose powder, and oh my god, this powder, apart from being talc free, which is amazing, it just sets your skin so brilliantly. You know, as I was saying about this Chanel concealer that delays the effect of under eye creasing, the same I feel about this loose powder by Chantecaille. It delays that effect and it's so smooth and beautiful, and it doesn't dry the skin. It doesn't mattify, it doesn't overly mattify the skin. It just perfectly set the skin to the right point that you want. It's perfect. Another one that is a favorite of mine that I found myself using daily, literally daily, this I used almost every day, is the Givenchy Prism Libre loose powder. I have it in the shade 3. It's such a beautiful powder. It's quite filthy now, so don't judge me because as I said, I used it quite a lot. You can't see through this bit anymore because the foundation from the puff has probably covered it all up. But oh my god, this powder was a true discovery. It's been out for quite a while and I feel so sorry for myself that I haven't discovered this sooner. I'm almost about to run out of it because as I said, I use it daily. This powder is literally dust. It's literally filtered in real life. You know those Instagram filters that make you look super smooth? This is what the powder does to your skin. It's absolutely gorgeous. The puff inside is half of the secret of this powder. It's so beautiful and smooth. As I said, it's a little filthy right now, but the puff, it's what does half of the job. So I totally recommend this powder. Again, go to your nearest Givenchy counter and try it because you won't regret it. And if you might not like it at first, keep trying it. You're gonna fall in love with it, trust me. For bronzer, I don't have a particular cream bronzer because I like to switch up cream bronzers for the ones that I use. So I'm not going to include any cream bronzer or cream blush in this video. I'm only gonna include powder bronzer, powder blushes. So for bronzer, this might be quite shocking, probably not for you, but for myself it was quite a shock because me and Charlotte Tilbury makeup have quite a funny relationship. We just don't match. Everything I tried from Charlotte Tilbury, well, almost everything I've tried from Charlotte Tilbury didn't work for my skin, especially their foundations. I found myself wasting over £30 for bottles of foundation from Charlotte Tilbury and they just ended up in the bin after a couple of days because all the Charlotte Tilbury foundations, personal opinion, they feel quite thick on the skin and I don't like it. And in fact, I just accepted that Charlotte Tilbury foundations do not work for me, which is fine. But one thing that I cannot complain about Charlotte Tilbury's product is their bronzers. Their bronzers are really, really good. I use this one in particular, which is the Film Star Bronzer and Glow, and I have it in the shade Light. I just love the tone of this bronzer. It's like a cool bronzer. I love bronzers that don't give me any yellowness or any warmth. I like cool bronzers, almost like a contour bronzer, like a bronzer. Charlotte Tilbury is like killing it in this industry, even though I'm not a huge fan of all the makeup, as I said. But the bronzers, yes, I totally agree. The hype is real, but for the rest, no. Now we're going into blushes. And for blushes, I have couple of options as well. First option, we have 2 shades of the Givenchy Prism Libre brush. I have the blush number 2 and the blush number 4. Blush number 2 is the sort of muted pink. It's not like a bright pink, but it's not a toned down pink. It's just the perfect pink for your skin. And then the number 4 is that rosy, nude, bronzy tone. And again, same like the Prism Libre powder, face powder, it has 4 different colors, so it's totally customizable. It gives you the perfect amount of color, very pigmented, and I would say these are the only blushes, and I'm not joking, the only blushes that last all day long on my skin. Because you know sometimes blushes, you put them on and after like 4-5 hours, you can't see them on anymore. You need to reapply. These, once they're on, and you can see them shine throughout the day. The way I like to apply them is not actually with the puff that comes in it. I like to use my own brush, because with the brush I feel like I have a little bit more control and I can sweep more better. And you sort of carry on that smoothing effect from the loose face powder to the blush. So you carry on that smoothing effect when you apply this blush on your cheeks. Another blush that I found myself using very often, especially in the second half of this year, is by Sisley. It's the Phyto Blush Eclat, and I have a number 2 Pink Berry. It is such a lovely blush. This is the color, so it's got some shades of pink and some shades of berry, like a light wine color almost. And it gives you the most beautiful. I have it on today actually. I put it on. I don't know if you can see it. It's such a beautiful, just as it's called, a pink berry color. It's gorgeous. For highlighter, I've used a lot this year, almost every day, but I think also in the past years I've used this quite often. I'm talking about the Milk Makeup Highlighter. I have it in the shade Lit, and they're called Flex Highlighters. Illuminator Flex. Okay, no, that was French, sorry. Didn't mean to read the French bit. But this is the highlighter. It's just that perfect champagne-y color, and it's just beautiful. It's not the one that I'm wearing today. Today I'm wearing a Shiseido one. But this highlighter, oh my god, so beautiful. Is the perfect nude champagne color that suits a lot of skin tones and is just beautiful. I don't know, I've said this so many times, but it's beautiful, truly beautiful. You never know until you try it. Give it a try. I know there are not, I don't think Milk Makeup has counters. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I know you can find them on a lot of internet platforms, websites, so give it a try. It's very beautiful. You're not gonna regret it. If you like that lit, nice strong highlighter, but you can control the intensity, don't get me wrong. You can also have it like quite subtle, but if you go ham on it, it's gonna be a blinding beautiful highlighter. It's not one of those that you have to keep applying to get the, you know, that luminosity. This one, I think one swipe and you already have that boom in your face highlighter. For eyes, I've used this a lot. So this is a NARS. I'm that kind of person that love a one and done shadow. Maybe not today. Today I went with different shadows, but I love a one and done shadow because I'm such a fan, and I'm also a little bit lazy when it comes to eye makeup because, you know guys, I always like to keep it very subtle and natural on the eyes. And I've used this NARS single shadow. The shade name is Bali. It's just a perfect gray toned brown, and it's gorgeous. It really helps my brown / greenish eyes to really pop. And it's almost like my secret when it comes to eye makeup. I love this so much. And you can use this as an eyeliner, you can use it as an eyeshadow. The way I like to use it is just literally take my finger, not even like a brush. You can use a brush as well. And I like to run it all over the the edge of the liner of my eye. I don't even like spread it too much. I just like to smoke it close to my eyelid, my actual eye, and it just gives the most stunning, effective, dramatic effect, almost to give you that deepness. And I use this quite often this year, almost every day actually. For mascara, my absolute favorite, and I find it hard to change mascara, but I mean, I do, when I like to play with different color mascara, then I change it. But if you ask me what's your absolute favorite mascara that you would use on the daily, it's definitely the Dior Show Iconic Over Curl. And I only use brown mascaras unless they're colorful. I'm not a huge fan of black mascara. I know black mascara really gives you that drama, that complete look, but I am a sucker for brown mascara, and I also like colorful ones. So green, blue, lilac, that's my safe zone. But black, I stay away from black mascara unless in case of an emergency I run out of this and I only have black mascara. That's when you're gonna see me using it. And then last not least, for the eyes, I like to use, I've been using this liner for for a couple of months now, and I've been falling in love with this liner. I'm talking about the Shiseido Micro Liner Ink in the shade Brown. Again, I'm a brown sucker. I love everything brown on my eyes. I think brown really helps to enhance lots of different eye colors and therefore lots of different skin tones. These liners are so fine that you can really go and create that cat eye illusion. You can really make that nice sharp wing, or you can just smear it all over your eyelid and take your finger and use it as an eyeshadow. I absolutely adore this liner. It's been a true great discovery for this year. Smallest critique I have about it though is that those are those retractable ones, but once you twist it up, you cannot twist it down. So make sure that when you use it, you only take out the tiny little bit of it and work with it. And if you need more, always twist up a little bit more, because if you end up taking too much out and you put the lid back up, then you're gonna end up breaking the tip, and it's annoying. I don't understand why some liner companies don't do this. I find it really frustrating. But the liner itself won me over this year, and I love it. It's beautiful. For eyebrows, I've used this now for a couple of years and I really like it. So it's a brand that I don't know if a lot of you are familiar with, because I haven't seen here in the UK a lot of people using this brand, almost none actually. I'm talking about the brand Eyebrow. It's a French brand. I think it's like an equivalent to Avon. And Stilo Sourcil pencil. I'm going to read the English bit. Precision eyebrow pencil, and I have it in the shade 4, I believe, which is a darker shade. And this is just beautiful. It's the perfect shade of dark brown. It has a longevity that is like no others. It really stays on quite nicely. I love gel twist up eyebrow pencils. Yeah. And it also comes, of course, with a spoolie at the end. Another product that I like to set my brows with, that I've been enjoying for the past 5-6 months, because before this I used to use the Bobbi Brown one, but this has been coming into play. It doesn't have any logo anymore because I've used it so much that all the sticker came off. The Benefit, I don't even know how it's called because the thing came off, but it's the Benefit Brow Mascara. Leave is in the shade 3.5. The tiny brush, it makes my lashes really stick a little bit up, and it makes it quite nice and firm, and it really helps to last the color all day as well. It sort of holds them together. For lips, product that I've used quite often this year is the Origins Lip Balm. This is the 03 Honey Blush, which I am actually wearing today. It's like a pretty blushy, pinky nude color. It's really nice. It's like a safe option for every day. I use it every day, to be honest. And also to give a little bit of a glow, a lot of people's favorite is the Lip Glow Oil in the shade 000. This is supposed to be a clear one, but over the months it's gone pinker and pinker in the bottle. But that's absolutely fine because it still performs beautifully. I'm actually going to use some of it now. It just gives the lips the most gorgeous glow. Beautiful. For setting spray, apart from the very first product I've showed you, the Givenchy Prism Libre Set and Glow Mist, I've also used quite a lot. This is also a cult favorite. It has their own following. Is the MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus. It's really good. It really helps to set the skin quite nicely. I'm not a huge fanatic of setting mist, if I have to be honest. I use it because it's nice to mix it up and make it part of your makeup routine, and also because it does have some benefits of making your foundation and makeup in general last all day long. But if I don't use it, I'm not mad at it. But I found myself using these two setting mists quite often, and that's why I thought I'll include them as well into this video. I wanted to include a fragrance as well. Now, this is not a fragrance that I've used daily, if I have to be honest, but I have used it occasionally. Now, for whoever knows me, I am a fragrance fanatic more than foundations. I loved fragrance even before makeup. and I have a huge fragrance collection that literally I don't fit anymore in this house. There's way too many fragrances. It was really hard to narrow it down to just one fragrance. But I said, you know what, let's just narrow it down to one. But the one that I'm going to show you doesn't mean it's like my absolute favorite fragrance or is the one that I've used quite often this year. I've used it. It is one of my favorites, but I had to pick one. And I've decided to pick the Amarage by Givenchy. It is so beautiful. I love this fragrance so much. It's an eau de toilette, but it lasts all day long on your skin. I think the reason why I really like this is because it has mimosa in it and it has a very nostalgic memory. So I absolutely adore this. And guys, I think this is it. I don't want to make this video any longer because I don't want to bore you. These are all the products that I found myself using all year round. I know I've said this already in the beginning. I don't mean to be repetitive, but I hope you liked my pick. Let me know if you've used any of these products before and what you think about these products. Have I given you some hint on what to use in 2023 maybe? Something new for you to try? What's your 2022 makeup pick for this year? I really enjoyed this year. It was a really good one. I had few different experiences in working for different brands, moved from one city to another. It's been interesting. It's been really interesting. Ups and downs, but I think that relates to a lot of people. There's nothing really special here, just the fact that things are moving forward, and I hope they're only gonna move forward from now on, good or bad, whatever it is. Hopefully more good than bad, but I hope that my 2023 is gonna be full of new memories in hopefully my future new place, new memories in hopefully my new job, and yeah, I'm just hoping to grow as a person, growing my career, and yeah, expand my collection, declutter a lot more stuff because we need space to make room for new things. So yeah, this is my wish for my 2023. I mean, this is just something I thought on the spot, but I'm sure there's a lot more that I can think of to have in my 2023. I wasn't expecting to put this emotional comment at the end of this video, but I thought it's quite fitted because it's, you know, the year is over almost. We've got a few more weeks to go. Unless you're watching this in the new year, then Happy New Year to you that you're watching in 2023. But no matter what, Happy New Year, everyone. Have a great Christmas, or for whoever doesn't celebrate Christmas, have a great holiday season. And if your new year is coming up later, then Happy New Year to whenever your new year is gonna be. If you like this video, as usual, please give it a thumbs up. But also, if you didn't like this video, give it a thumbs up as well, because why not? Let's spread the love and kindness all the time. And also head over to my Instagram channel if you're interested for some picture and posts at Glamstract, as well as YouTube here. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in my next video next year. Happy holidays again, and bye.